Okay, so finally I have a sketchbook tour for you guys, and this one is super special for me, so let's dive into it. Hey guys, so today we're doing something exciting. We finally finished the sketchbook that I've been doing for quite some time, and I already started 2 new sketchbooks, so that's already in the process. But yeah, I'm super excited. The cover is quite hectic. At first I didn't really have anything on it except for this part, which now is quite dirty. I don't know, the sketchbook is quite dirty itself, but you know, it looks cute, I think, I hope. So yeah, let's dive into this sketchbook. So for this page I did nothing except add the date when I started, but yeah, it has taken me a while and you will see why. Also, the next page doesn't have anything just because it's a bit weirdly glued and I don't really want to wrestle with that, so I just keep it blank. Okay, so here on this side we have my friends. And I remember this day was quite nice and sunny, having a picnic and trying my friends' acrylic markers. So I drew 2 of my friends and something that's around there, and you can see they're also painting and posing. So it was a fun day. So now we have the boring-ish kind of phase where I thought this sketchbook will be just for concept art and designing some random stuff. Basically, I decided to try drawing some kind of environments, and here we have some designs, some tea houses, some oven designs, some random house designs. I'm not sure how this would look, but yeah, we have quite a lot of shapes. And here I continued the same thing, and I decided to also dive deeper and figure out how it would look inside. I technically had an idea that there would be a character and this would be the inside of their house, so I also tried to draw some of the house ideas. And here I decided on the house shape for the character. I thought it's quite cute and funky looking. And here we have something as well, like an outside area. And this one is just a bit of a more rendered piece for this one, where it should make more sense how things look and feel, and just some random sketches of the idea. And this was the first sketch of the character and then I gave up, so it's not how she would look. So after that I think I didn't touch the sketchbook for a while, just because I guess I just fell off and didn't really have an idea what I wanted to do in that period. This is when I started to come back into art a little bit more, and I drew this page. And I probably was a little bit sad because whenever I draw teary-eyed characters, then there is something that makes me sad. Not always, but most of the time. So I think I drew this guy first, and I drew this, and I tried to make his eyes super sparkly, and then I decided that it kind of looks like it's a scene where you see something and quickly turn. So I added this chicken bone, so maybe the cat saw that. And this guy, I don't know if I had any specific ideas for him, and I think this kind of shows that because I never really do this. I think I like this whole spread except for this part. And here we have kind of the start of my YouTube channel. I'm thinking, I don't really remember if I drew these and filmed them, but anyways, I had lots of fun designing these pastry crabs, especially the croissant ones and this little guy, the cinnamon bun one. I don't know, it's just so cute. And then later on I drew these 2 frogs because this felt a bit empty, so I came in and drew these funky frogs that I found on Pinterest. Oh, okay, so on the next page I have again 2 of my friends. I think they're the same as from before. And yeah, I think I like how they turned out. This is a bit more on the realistic style, but of course you have to be quite fast because your friends aren't gonna sit there for hours, so this is probably a 10-minute sketch, I would think, maybe a 15-minute sketch. I wish I could have executed the dog a little better, but for designing it, I think it turned out quite well. Yeah, because it is just a sketchbook, and this is where I pile all my ideas, and if I ever wanna come back to them, I can see the idea and make it better. Oh, okay, so I couldn't decide for the longest time if I wanted something for the background, so I left it as they are. But this is another video that I did for this channel, and I think the crowd favorite is this guy, but I think I love my cinnamon bun one, so I love this one as well, but this one is cute too. I do wish that I made the undertones a bit more yellow, because I think they're too pinkish for my liking. So this was a failed thing I tried to do, and I wanted to draw some type of a character or person every day. So if you see day one, like here in the corner, then I guess this was the day one where I started drawing that, and I wanted to do it for 30 days, but I did not do that. Anyways, we love food, so I included that. We have this person that technically is kind of based on me, but it's not fully me, it's just mostly using references from myself, and I liked how she looks. She's quite tall. Oh, and this again was a video I made. I just wanted to draw fire, or I guess to paint fire, and I did it mostly with acrylic markers, and it was super fun. I'm not sure if I executed the idea on how I wanted it in my head. I think I like this place the most because it's super flowy. I kind of lost the flowiness here. Okay, so my friend drew this, so I just had to leave it blank because look how cute this character is. I love it. And here I just did a little me time session and just drew some bugs, but they're like boxes and letters, and I really like the idea, so I might come back to it. But yeah, I think it's super cute. Okay, and here we have the sushi fish that I really liked the concept of, and I really want to make more in the future, and I have. You will see it more in this sketchbook, but yeah, it was a super fun video and I loved exploring this idea, and I don't know, sometimes my brain just decides that this is what we're gonna do today and this is the outcome. I like this one, and I recently in the sketchbook made a new version of this one, so we will see that. Again, I kept it quite empty, even though I could add something more, but I'm working on that in the other sketchbooks, so hopefully those ones will be better. Day 2, and I tried again the same character that's based off of me. Nothing too crazy because I just wanted a person where I can figure out the style of the face, because I know how to draw people from all the years I've been studying people, but I'm not really sure how I want them to be drawn stylized, so that's something I'm still working on. So if the faces keep switching, then that's because I'm just trying out a lot of different styles I could execute the faces. So then we have these egg sandwiches. No, it's not a sandwich, bread thingies that I ate and loved. So I drew them here because I had this swatch page and I felt that it needs something a little bit more. And day 3, where I think this is kind of where I gave up. No, wait, I think I still have one more, and this is really where I was not super happy about this whole person, but yeah, you can also see I went over it, and I still don't like the face, but it's definitely better than what it was. And then we just experimented with bunnies. I don't know why. Yeah, a very random spread. I do like these two sketches and this one. They're all flowy. I was drawing hedgehogs inspired by plants or fruits. At first I thought I'm just gonna do fruits, but it's just a dragon fruit and then plants, so I really love this guy. I wish he had a bit more contrast in this place, but I still love the concept, and I think a lot of you guys like this version of these two the most. I'm not really sure, but I think the crowd favorite was this one. He even started the whole me drawing tiny little guys on pages, so he should be framed. Anyways, and now we're on to the last person I drew on this sketchbook. I do like her face, but yeah, I still don't know how I want to draw faces or hair. This is when I opened Patreon, so that's super exciting, and this is why we have these guys here, and these are the little Patreon tier crabs, so that's super cute. This is for the first one and the second one and then the third one. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess I forgot about this one because it's not that great. I tried again the bunny bow character and apparently I just gave up on it, and also the nothing here, so we're just gonna go on to the next page, which is a super cool page that I like because of how packed it is, and I love the colors. The blues and the greens with this peachy color is super cute. I really loved how this turned out. It's so simple but so cute. And the cat as well. I do want to do more clock cats, even though if it's weird, I don't know. And I wanted to draw some water, so I put these two pages just because the alcohol markers do bleed into the next page. I just added these guys from another sketchbook, so I love these ones the most. I don't want to eat it because it feels bad, but I think it's delicious. And then this guy who had a face but then looked really weird with the face, so now he looks weird but without a face. Okay, so this page was super fun, but I really love this shark because it's such a interesting color combination that I don't usually do with the oranges and the violets and everything, so it's interesting to see that it works, but it was a very hectic piece to draw because of the uncertainty to see if it will work. He's a little derpy shark, so he's cute. Ooh, and this is where I started my Baking Fridays, so you will see some Baking Fridays here. It's on Patreon, where each Friday I give a prompt where I combine usually two things, and you can also get inspired from that. I really wanted to make something that just gives an extra motivation, or when you don't know what to draw, you can just look at the Baking Friday prompts and get inspired from that. So the first one was an egg skunk, and I thought it's very fitting because, you know, skunks they can get a little bit stinky, so eggs as well can get quite stinky if they get bad, so I thought this could be cute. And here's a little peek of something I wanted to draw with Eevees. He looks really cute. I just wanted a stone statue of Squirtle. And then we have these guys that I love, and I continued painting them digitally, and this one turned out super nice. I will insert that here so you can see a little glimpse of that. And I love that I added this little Turtwig. Turtwig is my favorite. He's just so cute. I love him. I tried to design a little bit more of the Pokemon characters, make them a bit different but still recognizable, so this is a spread for that. And here again, this one turned out completely different. I removed this head completely. I think I like it. I was trying out something new and laying down this bold, almost neon pink color to make a little bit more of a shine to the piece, and I think it worked. So it has something more than just the blues and the oranges. And then we had this fun naturey lion that I think was inspired from a willow tree, so that's why he has this huge mane that is just dripping down here, and I wanted his head to be more of a silhouette, so that's why I added kind of a light here. And here you can see the sticker tier guy, so I also added the date when I opened a sticker tier club, and these guys were kind of an idea for a thing I wanted to make for my friends. I decided I wanted to make keychains for my friends, so this initially is that how you say it? was the idea of the keychain, so I was trying out different versions of them. But I decided to go for something else, which was the dragon keychains. So these guys now have become stickers. They're so cute and derpy. So maybe in the future I can make a keychain. Here's a little thank you sticker that I added, and some of Kuropi, because I got Kuropi and they had these little cards in the box, so I thought it's cute. Oh, and this one was for the digital piece that I did, and I drew a lot of compositions, and I think we picked this one. No, we picked this one. I guess they're a bit similar, but I liked the process and I liked the concept, and this is kind of the story of the stone tiger. So I just wanted to flesh it out a little bit more, so I did a little piece, and I can show the image here, and yeah, that's the result. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was the first Patreon piece that I did, so I sketched out some pumpkins, some pumpkin cats, and then I think we voted for which one should be the one for the print. And this guy won. I really like this one as well, but his face feels a bit off, and this one I added for the print here as well, because he just looks super cute. The whole concept was that the spirits of cats kinda get into the pumpkin heads for Halloween, and then the bones and everything form with the roots or the plant of the pumpkin, so that's the whole idea. Oh, and another page insert. These guys are the fishes that I drew. Sometimes the timeline doesn't add up because this is later and not when I did this. So yeah, so we have a winter, a spring, an autumn, and a summer fish. I think, again, as I said, I added these little tears because I was sad and I thought like an extra thing to the fishes would be nice, so this is why we have that. And then we have the manta ray thing that was inspired from the sharks, and the sharks were inspired from a whale thing, but that one is in a different sketchbook, which is not completed. I like this spread, but I do think I pushed it a little bit, and I'm not really that happy with it because I think I could have done better. I'm not the most happy with the colors or the designs, so yeah, it's an okay piece. And here I was thinking of doing something and gave up on that, and here I'm just trying out different techniques for an upcoming Patreon thing, and of course it bled through, so I just did nothing here. But we have this that I thought I wanted to make a little story about, and I think I added digitally some lines that are written about the story. Here we have another Patreon piece. I also finished this digitally because I thought it needed a little bit more contrast and some more details that I just couldn't add here anymore. And I like how it spreads through the whole sketchbook. Ooh, and I love these. So I was really inspired from the pumpkin cats. So I, of course, wanted to do more. So I made cards. And honestly, if I could go back, I would probably make them a little bit differently, a little bit more detailed. And I really love the king one. So if I could make a whole set, but that would take me a while, and also I'm not sure if I could do all of them as pumpkin cats, because then it feels like you don't have enough of a difference. But maybe if I do different types of pumpkins. I'm not really sure about the ace one, even though he's cute. I feel like he's very big. Everything else is kind of the same size. Who knows what we will do. And here we have more sushi fish. So I decided that usually when you get sushi you get multiple pieces of the same thing. So I did not have that for the previous ones, and I wanted to do that for this one. So here we have longer fishes, and I still wanted to draw tiny ones, and I think this guy turned out really cute. And I like the colors because these are a bit more bold than these ones. You can clearly see a difference in the way I drew them, maybe because I'm more confident than I was here. So that's what I like about sketches and coming back to it, because you already know and have this feeling, and you know that you've tried stuff before and you can switch out what you didn't like. So that's why these are more contrasty and a bit more saturated. So this I drew recently. It's in the middle of the sketchbook, but yeah, again I came back, and it's cool to see that we started here and then went here and now we're here. And I will have keychains for all these guys. And I think, I don't know, it's just super cute. I wanted to make some more keychains, so I decided to experiment a bit more. So I found this spread that was just empty and drew some goats that were inspired from the dream goats, if you've seen the video. They're also in this sketchbook just a bit later. But yeah, and then I decided to change up a bit of the style of the sushi fish that I had. Basically, I did not like that the tail is still white, so I changed that. I changed the fins, and I made it with acrylic markers to see if that would work as well. Very different. Let me know what you guys think, if you like this one more or the previous one. Then we have this fox, star fox spread. I love the colors. I love this orangey with this purpley, dark purple, and I was kind of experimenting with going over with the green to make the dark parts, and I think I really love it because it makes that extra tint that you sometimes need for colors. So I really like this spread. A burp. This one is funny because I wanted to just draw something super random to fill in this page, but also the stop sign. I wrote "sta" because where does the P go? There's no space for the P. A bad sign, a cute crying bird, of course, and then we have a page for our Patreon, which is really nice. I love the idea of just little bumblebees with the flower designs, and then a cute little video where I wanted to draw more of the backgrounds, so that's what I did. I also tried out new markers, so that was interesting, and I like this one a lot. I do think this one could have gone better, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Oh, and then we have Jumbo, and he is another Baking Friday creation, and I came in later to do this one, and it's just a simple version of this guy, and then the design is very clownfish vibes. So I thought it would be cute if he was trying to do stuff, but he's not really good at it, so he's super sad. So maybe that's his story, and I might have more of this character in the future because I just love his design. He's so cute, and I just kept this because I like the colors. And then I tried to do something with gouache and failed because I did not like where this was going, even though I like the colors. But I knew that this will not go where I want it to go, so I just kept it here. Oh, and then we have these cute little Pokemon guys just sleeping. I want to draw more sleepy Pokemon. I think I have some ripped page here because to make the clean lines I added some tape and it went away, so that's nice. Another piece for the Patreons because I just love experimenting, so they always get something super random. And this time it's chickens, but they're bubbles, so why not, you know? It's just fun to try things, and this one died. Sadly it popped because, you know, I had to add some type of a concept like that. I do like the reflection-y type drawing, so this was super fun. But I think I could have done a bit better, but I wanted something loose, so it's super simple. These both are also for Patreon, and this one turned out way different than what you see here. And this one, I just kept it as is. Then I have this spread. I wish this one didn't bleed through, but I did this before this one. So yeah, this happened. But I do wanna kinda make this one a bit better because I like the concept, the whole composition, the flowiness that I tried to make. It could be stronger. And here we have the stone Eevees that I said I would make because we have this guy, and this is where I tried the acrylics and tried to see if it would work. And this is how it turned out. I do think that the colors here work a bit better, but I'm not sure. I made this super purpley, I don't know why. I think they still look quite okay, so I'm okay with this page. Okay, so here we have some dragon designs that I made for my friends, but it was mostly the colors that I wanted for the keychains. So I kept these ones and I really like them, so for now I made them as freebies on my store, and you kind of get a gotcha thing going on that with each of your order there's one dragon that comes with you, and you won't know which one of these, so it's fun to see which one you get. And then we have this axolotl that I did for Patreon as well. Okay, so another Patreon one that I really like because I love hot chocolate, and look, there's a little marshmallow one here. And then I recently made this one. I just asked my friend what should I draw because I was bored, and she said I should draw a wizard cat, and this is how it turned out, and I really like it. I was inspired by the star shapes a lot, just because I love the star motif, I don't know why. And I made that the inside of the hat also has this star galaxy things, and the glasses are shaped in the star form, so that's cute. And the cat is called Merlin. And here we have a piece that is just very not finished. I started out this guy, and I thought I will fill a spread with a lot of tigers, and it just didn't go anywhere, so yeah. And then this bird, big huge pigeon bird, and instead of the tigers I did this. And I really love the axolotl theme, and I love this guy and this chunky guy because they're cute, but also cool in a way that for example, I love this fin here, and I just like the shape of this guy here. It was a fun page to do. So now we have the cute whale sharks that have stars on them, and I added the stickers just because these were too big, since I wanted them a little bit smaller. So I added these, and I also don't have the sparkle yet. And then we have this random page. I think I started playing tennis with a friend, so that's why we have tennis time here. And here we have some Christmassy frogs. I think this also is after the Christmassy frogs, but probably because this was bleeding through and I just didn't know what to do here yet. So then we have these Christmassy frogs that I wish were a little bit better, but I had fun trying out the Medine acrylics and I really love the acrylics. So those are nice and super shiny, but I think I could have done a little bit better, but you know, again, it's just a sketchbook. So, and then I had lots of fun with drawing these bunny guys. Whole concept was super fun to do with the strawberries. I really like how I did this one, even though at the start I was a bit confused on how I should do it, but then we got there and I think it turned out super cute. Oh, okay, so this one was most recent. I wanted to get ready, I guess, for the video that you've seen recently with the pastries, and sometimes you just have to try out what works and doesn't work. And I also wanted to get in the groove of painting with gouache because it's been a while. So yeah, that's why we did that. Here we have these cool matcha red green panda guys. So I started drawing a lot of I started drinking a lot of matcha, so I just wanted to draw something inspired from that, and I thought it could be super cute to draw these little guys. Also, look at this looks kind of very cool. It looks like he's looking up and he's saying blah for these guys, and one of you guys said that, and I did not mean to do that, but I think it's funny that they're basically replying to those lovebirds. Oh, and so also a recent thing that I did was draw a burger pigeon, and this was for Patreon, and I think, well, we have some stuff here. I think it turned out really cute, and then I just drew a regular one that says I'm just a burb. I accidentally wrote burr here, but yeah, I fixed that. Oh, okay, so this piece was super fun. The new year came, and of course I had to draw a snake because it is the year of the snake, and I put a crown in it because when I sign my prints or something else, then you have a little crown, or when I start the videos you see the flowy thing that forms in a crown. So I decided this piece can indicate change and flowiness of the year and also be something more personal, so I added a little crown. Then we have this boba inspired fox. I think it looks funky, but I like it. It's a bit random, but you know, I love random, I love food. Okay, so I don't want to really show this page, but I don't know what happened. I think I also went with, I think it's acrylics, and I like the ideas, but I don't like the execution. This one is a bit better, but I don't know, something went wrong. I think I also wasn't in the best headspace to draw, so it can affect the drawing a lot. I was just a mess, so these are a mess. So we're just gonna skip over. Then of course I was sad, and food is my favorite thing to draw when I'm sad or I don't know what to draw. So we got to ice cream because I love ice cream, and this was just something fun and something that will pull me out of sadness, I guess. Oh, and for Patreon I also did this little sketch, which I never finished because I decided to go with the bumblebees. This was the idea first because I wanted something with tulips. I love tulips. It's my favorite flower. Okay, and here we have the seasoned fish that you saw way... where are they? Way over here. So again, the timeline for this sketchbook is all over. I started with this sketch and I like the wave they make, but I really did not like how simple they were, how a bit awkward they were. So the winter one is a bit too weird. It has a lot of things going on, but they're not too cohesive, and the spring one wasn't looking that great either, plus it's very long, which is weird. Then these ones I wasn't hating, but again they could have been better, so I started this one out first and I really liked where it was going, so I kept going, just making them separate instead of making them go flowy with each other. So yeah, from this to this, I think we have a big improvement. And another thing where I had to start over is this page. I like this guy, but that's it. Well, okay, no, maybe this one also. And the whole concept was that I'm redesigning Pokemon a tiny bit, maybe adding something or changing something that I think would make sense, but still keeping it in the same shapes, I guess, so that you know which Pokemon it is. And I really like the idea of him having paws, so that's what I did. But I stopped here because I did not like how I was drawing them. So I switched the page and started all over. And I really like how it turned out. I think me figuring out that paws should have 4 things, right? This one has 3. I think it still can be like that, but this works nicer. I also made the little pollen parts in like a swirl, and you can see it better here because it's just going up here. And the whole idea was that he hits his paws and the pollen comes out, and that's like his move. And I also made his eyes in different colors, the same as the paws. And I really like the whole spread, and I was doing the random wheel thing, so I was not choosing what I draw, and so we somehow got the evolution as well, so that was fun to make the paws kind of here too. Oh, again with the bumblebees and the tulips, this was the first idea, and I thought that the shapes are nice, but I did not like the colors, so I went back and made more variations. Okay, so here we have a very empty page that I probably maybe will fill, but who knows. I am very done with the sketchbook, so yeah, we have this lonely cookie fish. Ooh, okay, so here we have the nightmare goat and the dream goats, and these are the ones I got inspired to do these guys. I just wanted a keychain version, and this would be too complex to make into a keychain because you can't really, this doesn't really go in it, like this goes out and is expanding, and you can't really do that for a keychain, so I just made smaller versions, and I think it turned out super cute. And I made the flowy part here, and the whole concept for this was just to have fun and have some color explosion, so I think we got there. And this was another super fun piece to do. Again, I really wanted lots of colors, so that's why you can see for the lines there is like a kind of glitchy-ish thing going on, because I think it adds that extra pop for the colors even though you're not using much. And I made a cute guy here as well. This guy was for Patreon that I did, and I really love how he looks, so I thought I might just do more and kind of try that here. and it wasn't really working out. There is one ripped page, and that's because I tried to do more and it also didn't work out. So we go here, and I tried a banana one, a fig one, a kiwi one, and at least these guys turned out okay, but we have this part which just, I put these ones even though I still don't like them, but yeah, I had to hide whatever was under, and a lot of you guys said that he looked like coconut one, so I should do that one sometime. And this is kind of a failed spread as well, where I tried to do more of the clock cat, but I did not like where this was going. I don't know why. It's not like it's bad, but I wasn't feeling it in the moment, so that's where we left off. And we have this question mark guy, and of course a nope, because it just didn't turn out the way we wanted to. Because we didn't like these cats, I drew these cats. Sometimes I need to get something of the idea I had out, so I wanted to draw cats, and that's what we did. We drew a lot of cats in a lot of different variations. So I have this fish cat, this I want to burn the whole world kind of cat, and a cute bow cat, and I really wanted to draw a cat that's in a sweater but with stars, and I love how it looks. So maybe I'll make stickers of some of them, or a print, who knows. So here we have things for Patreon. We have the month piece and the Baking Friday piece. It's another card thing with a moon snail and a black hole snail. I wish it was a little bit better, but I wanted to keep it quite loose, so this is what we have. And on the next one we have this donut fish that I really love, and I made a sticker and I added it here, and I love how it looks. It's super random. You can see I switched the chocolatey color because this doesn't really say chocolate, and this one does. So the whole concept was, if you cut it, then this is the inside part, so it's pink. Okay, so we're nearing the end, and then we have these Shibas. They're sea themed or ocean themed, and I love the colors. I was also trying out new markers, and they're super vibrant and I love them, so I'm using them more. And I really like how this one turned out, and I explained the process a bit more on the video I'm doing, but I just love the whole mysterious kind of vibes that we have going on here. And we have a page that I glued on, and we will never know what was on there, but this is the last spread and I like how it looks. I wanted something yellow and something blue, so basically that's what we did, and I made a day and night deer. I love deer, but so yeah, that's the last piece, and then we have nothing except for a little thank you card, because I don't know, it's something, if you now especially have been watching this, then it's a little thank you of appreciating my art and being here with me and just, I don't know, giving me the courage to do more and experimenting more. And this sketchbook is super important for me because there's a lot of growth going on here. So yeah, I want to thank you a lot, and I hope you enjoyed this video and this sketchbook tour, and I will see you next time. Bye!